Hello, 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 hello. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, and happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing that well out there. How are you? Listen, it is so wonderful to be back with you guys. Oh, I have missed you. So give me a moment. I'm just checking to make sure that we are live across all the channels. And guess what? We're going to get this party started. You guys are I have missed you so. I have missed you so. Yes. So we are live on the channel, which is what I wanted to make sure of. Make sure that the video is up properly. So if you're in the comments, go ahead and say hi. Let me know who's out there. I want you to be sure to like, subscribe, and go ahead and share. Tag a friend, tag a friend. Yes, it is wonderful over there on the live channel. Just wanted to make sure all was well. So again, I have missed you guys. And so allow me to get familiar. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Thank you for checking in with us. So listen, it has been some time. It has been some time. I'm not even going to try to calculate or computate how long it has been because those numbers don't make sense. But guess what? We are live here on Cityscape Radio, Brownstone Living Worldwide, across YouTube on the Wealthy Women Lifestyle channel. And I'm so excited to be back with you guys. And so if this is your first time joining, please allow me to introduce myself. I am the Nicole Johnson, founder of Wealthy Women Lifestyle, and where I teach women to define and achieve their goal of financial freedom so that they can begin to live life on their own terms. And what I love about that is for all the women who are a part of the community, it's different. It's different. We have women who are approaching retirement. So, guess what? They're looking at one thing. We have women who are not yet old enough to retire, but they're looking to build out some security. So, things are different for them. We have people who have younger children, college age children, a full gamut of community members who are searching for something different, yet we are on the journey together and we are stronger when we go together. Okay, we are stronger when we go together. So I am so glad to be back on our live podcast, and I want to start talking to you about some changes that have been made, and why, because the why is always very important. So for some time, we were girl money matters, and you know why? Because it does. Okay, let's be clear about that. It does. It absolutely does. And what I found is that it had a component feel to it. It had a component feel to it. And so in order to really understand the full circle, we needed to do a lifestyle change. We need to do a lifestyle change. It's just like your journey for weight loss. Okay. When you start to go on a journey for weight loss, it's not just about dieting to lose the weight. It is actually implementing steps into your life that actually hold you accountable to the all the changes in your life, from what you eat to what you drink, how often you eat, how much you eat. It is a full lifestyle change. And don't forget to throw in some exercise there, whether it's counting your steps with some kind of tracker, increasing how much you're walking, whether you go to the gym or get a trainer. It is actually the full gamut of a lifestyle change. And so that's what I wanted to bring the community over here, was a full lifestyle change. Because I don't know about you, but you tell me in the comments, do you answer when somebody say wealthy woman? Hey, where are all the wealthy women? Raise your hand, because I know I'm answering. I'm answering. I'm answering. I think you will too. But raise your hand if wealthy woman applies to you. And I'm going to go into something that people say a lot, right? People say a lot. They say, fake it till you make it. I don't believe fake it till you make it. There's nothing fake about this. But I do believe in seeing yourself where you want to be so that you know how to act when you get there. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I believe that you should see yourself where you want to be so that you know how to act once you get there, right? So, as a beginning law school student, as a single parent who was exhausted. I was excited about school, but life was lifing and I was exhausted. So while my professor was lecturing to keep myself from nodding off, okay, I was paying attention, but after you done worked 8 hours, you took care of kids, you go sit in that classroom and you sit still, honey, and that sleep be calling you. I was writing my JD after my initials. I was writing JD after my initials. I was writing attorney at law after my name. Okay. I was writing my name and JD because I hadn't gotten there yet, but it was my motivation. It was the reason why I was sitting in that class, stressing out in that chair, trying to stay awake, trying to take notes because I had an end goal in mind. Okay. So I wasn't faking it. I was seeing myself where I wanted to be so that when I walked across that stage and got that degree was conferred upon me. I already knew how to act. I was already knew how to act because I had been practicing. I had seen myself at this moment. Okay. And so I want to encourage you to see yourself where you want to be so you know how to act when you get there. Today's theme is I want to welcome you to the wealthy woman lifestyle. It's a whole change going on over here. So as you start to see yourself in the places that you want to be, you're going to be visualizing. Okay, visualizing. I am big on vision boarding and using a vision board to outline my roadmap, my strategic roadmap to create and then achieve my goal. Okay, so over in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle, we're going to talk about using visualization so that we can get to our end goal. And we're going to visualize the roadmap, right? We're going to put the end goal at the start of the vision board. And then we're going to trace back the strategic steps. Where do I start? So we have some people on here from my community, and I'm glad you guys are here to support. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button over there on YouTube so you can get notifications as to when we go live. But let me tell you what our regular schedule is every Monday and Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And on Mondays, we're going to talk about mindset. On Mondays, the theme is mindset, money, mindset Monday. Okay. And because mindset is the key, how you see yourself, how you think of yourself is the key to determining your level of success. Right? How many of you agree with that? I know you do. Say it in the chat. You can say it in the chat, but I know you do. Because if your mindset does not get to a where you see yourself accomplishing the goal, if you don't see yourself paying off the debt, if you don't see yourself as the homeowner, if you don't see yourself as the doctor, the lawyer, whatever that end result is, if you don't see yourself there, you've already defeated yourself in your mind. You know that saying, if you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. That is absolutely 100% true. If you don't see yourself sitting there, if you haven't seen yourself with the keys, who got the keys to the whatever that is, okay? My journey as a business owner started after I became a homeowner. And that was after a loan officer told me that I would never be a homeowner. He literally said, because of your past, the mistakes you have already made, you will never be a homeowner. And he just doesn't realize that was the best thing he could tell me. I didn't feel it at that moment. I didn't feel it at that time. But I walked away feeling broken and defeated. But when I cleaned that he put on me, when I cleaned that up, it became the motivation because not only did I see myself as correcting him and making him out to be a liar, I saw myself in my home. I saw myself with the keys. I saw myself pulling into the garage. I saw myself walking through the living room, going out the back door into the fully fenced in backyard. I saw my children back there playing. I saw all of those things. and I used them as the motivation to keep me going when it was dark, when it was lonely, when it was painful. So I had to win in my mindset. I had to win there. Then I went out and did the work to actually get there. And that is why mindset is so important. It is critical to what goals you want to accomplish. Okay, so I'm very big on mindset. I don't care. Listen, we got some activities coming up. So let me give you a rundown. Grab your pen real quick, grab your pen, type yourself a text so you'll be able to stay on track with what Wealthy Women Lifestyle has going on. So on July 20th, we are doing a vision board reboot. We're doing a vision board reboot. So a lot of us set big goals at the beginning of the year, and by the middle of the month, we done fell off. We done fell off. That's okay. No shade, no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. It's okay. Life has been life, and I've got my own stories to tell, especially if you've been following me on Facebook. It's a whole journey, and we've all been experiencing it, and I get it. I get it, but I'm here to remind you that those goals are still important, and until December 31st comes, you still have time to accomplish those goals. Okay. So July 20th, we're doing a vision board reboot. Make sure you are a part of our community so that, and I'm going to put it on the screen so that you can actually participate with us on what that vision board reboot looks like. Okay. So be sure to join our Facebook community. Also, on August 10th, I am doing a scholarship readiness webinar for high school students and their parents. Okay. High students and their parents. We're going to show you how to use a very profitable resource to sit and go through and find scholarships for your high school students. Now, trust me, these resources are also available for students who are already in college, for masters and PhD programs, for adult students who are in college right now. But I focus on getting it in for our high school students because the level of student loan reformation that we're seeing now may never happen again. It may never happen again. So let's get our kids set up for success before they need student loan reformation. Okay. But even when I talk about the vision board, even when I talk about the scholarship readiness, I always focus on your mindset, because no matter what else you're doing, if it's not right here, it won't be right anywhere else. We have to talk about your mindset. That is the most important thing. Okay. So Stephanie's been with me for a while, and she knows I hit hard in the mindset no matter what the topic of discussion is. Okay. So I want you to know that mindset is extremely important, because sometimes we can have what's called limiting beliefs. We can have limiting beliefs. And based on where we've come from and what we've experienced, what has happened to us, we might not believe what we are empowered to do. And so here, I want you to believe and understand that if you apply it to you, you really can accomplish anything that you want to do. You really can accomplish anything that you want to do. Okay. So there has been a lot of change over here in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle. And I am so excited about the things that are coming to you and that I'll be able to bring to you. Okay. So I want to tell you that, so right now you're looking at the Facebook community group. You can search Wealthy Women Lifestyle on Facebook and join us there. Answer the questions that are there and then be admitted into the community. Okay, so right now I want to move into really just making sure that you guys understand the goal of Wealthy Women Lifestyle, right? Is to help women define and then achieve their goals of financial freedom. Okay, there are a lot of components in that, and that's where the gym, Girl Your Money Matters, the gym, and also affectionately known as the gym, where we have all sorts of exercises to help you get financially fit. Well, that is still the workout place, right? We have a whole lifestyle, but we still go over in the gym, and that is where we get our forms. That is where we get our educational tips and pieces. But it's the component within the Wealthy Women lifestyle overall. All right. So I got my notes here. I want to make sure I cover everything. So we've already talked about mindset. But let me pose a question for you. Okay. And if you're catching this on the replay, do go ahead and put replay in the comments for us, so that I know if you have any questions or comments. Go ahead. Let it ride. Let it ride. This here is about you as much as it is about the Wealthy Women lifestyle overall. All right. And so, um, when it comes to your mindset, one of the things that we have to understand is, how did our mindset develop? How did our mindset develop? All right. And for some of us, we're going to have to revisit some trauma that we've had. And a lot of people don't realize that they have experienced money trauma, financial trauma. Whether you watched family members who abused money, whether you watched family members who didn't talk about money, especially for women, when money was a topic of taboo, and you didn't hear about it. Then there are some others who actually were raised in a household where money was a topic of discussion that was quite healthy, right? But as an adult, they didn't execute that way. They went a little off track. But now they've gotten to a point where life has happened and they need to get on track. They need to get back on track. And all of those things impact how we view money. So I'm going to ask you, do you realize that you have a relationship with your money? I want to know. I hear no very often from people that they don't realize that they have a relationship with their money, but we actually do. Okay. You have to treat it right for it to act right. Right. You got to plan with it accordingly. Right. Or to disappear. You ever break a $20 bill and leave it in your purse or your pants pocket or on the table? A cup holder inside the cup. Yeah, I know y'all do that. I know y'all do that. I ain't the only one. I am not the only one. I am not the only one. I'm not the only one. And you will not put that on me. I know you do. You ain't got to tell me, but I know you do. Okay. And then by the end of the week, guess what? You have no idea where the change from that $20 bill has gone. And if you got kids, it might not even make it through the rest of the day. Okay. So when you don't handle your money accordingly, it don't act right. It don't act right. It does not show up for you the way that it's supposed to. And that's the same as with any type of relationship. So you do have to treat your money as if you are in a relationship, because you are. Plain and simple. You are in a relationship with your money. And if you don't do it right, it will disappear on you like that, just like a partner. Okay, but we're not talking about that on here today. Not talking about that on here today, but we will. We will, because it's a part of the lifestyle. Okay. And so sometimes we can have not only limiting beliefs, we can also have negative beliefs. Not only limiting beliefs, but also negative beliefs. And so we really have to ensure that we are changing how we not only see ourselves, how we see our money, how we see a relationship with our money, plan on how to manage our money. And for a lot of us, especially women, that is where the struggle is. Not just begins, that's where it is. Because you're wearing so many different hats, you're performing so many different tasks. The last thing you want to do is take the time to straighten out the finances. But guess what? It is the critical part of money management for your business. Your home is a business and you are the CEO. Your home is a business and you are the CEO. And in order to get that business to be profitable, meaning money in your savings, okay? Let's draw the connection. Money in your savings, money for your retirement, money for your vacation, money for your spending plans, whether it's for holidays, birthdays, mad money, shopping money, all of those things. You have to plan accordingly. Your business, your household, your finances have to be in order. Let me tell you something. Some of my clients are six-figure earners. right? They are earning six figures. You know what their problem is? Is they're spending just as much as they earn. So it doesn't matter whether you're making 40,000, 50, 60, 70, or you're a six-figure earner. If your mindset has not changed on how you manage your money, the things you buy, the things you spend on, where you're investing, that you're investing. If you don't change the mindset of it, doesn't matter. You could make $1 million a day. You'll still be in the same situation as if you were when you were making $30,000, $40,000. Okay, because you have not changed. And so I want to encourage you to focus on how to change your mindset. And listen, let me say this, you don't have to do it alone. Somebody asked me not too long ago, Nicole, why are we still talking about money in this fashion? Because people are still out here just winging it. Yes, they are. And you know why? Because we get comfortable. It's been working this way. And I know if I catch it right here, and if I catch it at this time, I'll be okay. It takes one thing to make your whole house fall apart. Just one, an illness, an unexpected bill. You got kids, you know, emergency room visits can happen at any moment. If you got health problems, emergency room visits can happen at any moment. You go from seeing a regular doctor to a specialist. Those copays hit differently and do, because now you got to go from the regular doctor to the specialist. The specialist costs more, the medication costs more. One script, your copay $400. I'm speaking from experience. Okay. They wrote me a prescription, said it was $400. Who finna take that? I'm paying for insurance. What did they pay? Oh, they paid $1,500. 400 is your balance. You'd be like, okay, being unhealthy is expensive, but we talk about that on Wednesdays. We talk about that on Wednesdays in the in the newsletter. We talk about that on Wednesdays in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle newsletter. So your mindset has got to be right. Your money management has got to be right. You have to have not limiting beliefs. You have to have a belief of abundance. You have to have a belief of abundance. Okay. That is where you really believe that you are able to move forward with increased income that you deserve to have and that you will do well with. Stephanie said a $650 dental bill. Hello, okay, and don't let me have to go get some eyeglasses because you know you got to buy at least two pair to find a good deal. But that second pair, you know, it includes all these or that. But guess what? It's three, four, 400 within the first. Okay, but anyway, you get my drift. Okay, so we have to change our mindset to one where uh, we eliminate not only limiting beliefs, but also negative beliefs, right? You know, you'll hear people say money is the root of all evil. No, that ain't it. You'll hear people say money can't buy me happiness. Okay. hmm When my bills are paid and on time, I'm quite happy. It didn't buy it, but it sure was a causation. Okay. We ain't got to be specific about those things. All right. There's a correlation to that because it creates peace of mind. It creates an atmosphere of peace of mind. And that is priceless. So when you start eliminating the limiting beliefs, when you start eliminating the negative beliefs, when you start to do better with your money habits, your circle's going to get smaller because the people that are used to you spending recklessly, they may not be in a mindset and a space to change. So you're going to have to go on a journey on your own. But over in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle, there's a room full, a community full of like-minded people who are trekking to the same goal. So no, you don't have to do it alone. Okay. Um, and I tell anybody, you have to find a way to think about money in a positive manner, right? Your quest to bring more income into your home is not a negative. That is very much a positive. Okay. And that's why visualizing what your goals are and what you want to accomplish is a positive way to look at money. But here's the other thing that I want you to take note of is understanding why you want to do something, because your why is going to help set you up for success. It's going to help you determine how successful you are. So when that man told me that I would never be a homeowner, I had to look at why I wanted to become a homeowner. Was it just to defeat the lie he told about me? That was part of it, but it wasn't the foundation. The foundation was my children. My children were my foundation of why I wanted to become a homeowner. I was fed up with apartment living. I was fed up with living on the third floor and there wasn't no elevator. Your girl was fluffy, okay? Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. And what I was tired of doing, dragging groceries and meat up to the top of the third floor. Okay. I was sick of it. Sick of dragging me and the laundry up to the third floor. Sick of dragging me to the third floor. Okay. And so I wanted something different. I wanted to be able to watch my children play in the backyard. I wanted them to have a family pet. I wanted them to be able to go and sit out on the holiday and look in the sky and watch the fireworks. I wanted a home, not an apartment. Now, I don't knock nobody for who decides that that's what they want to do. It just was not what I wanted to continue to do. And so I looked at my children as my motivation because I wanted them to have a different experience growing up. I wanted them to have a community life, and we were not getting that in an apartment. All right. We were not getting that. So, why you want to have a six-figure income, why you need to pay off this debt, why you want to invest in these types of stocks, why you want your portfolio to look like this is the important key to your success. So after you get your mindset right that you deserve to have the income that you're looking to have and to have the financial freedom, now you got to build the foundation of why you want that. You've determined that you're going to go after it. You determined that you want it. You determined that you deserve it. Now you got to say why. They got to be so strong and personal that nothing and no one will get in the way of you accomplishing those goals. And if you know anybody that care about their kids, try and get in the way of them trying to do something for their children. You might lose a limb. You might lose a limb. Don't lose a limb behind that, because that's definitely what could happen. Okay. And so at that moment and during that time, my children became my motivation for becoming a homeowner. And so I had to do a lot of positive reinforcement lot of positive reinforcement. I had to explain to them why we were no longer eating out as much as we were. I had to explain to them that mommy is now on a budget, 30 plus years old, and I had never done a budget on paper for real. I was just writing checks, writing checks. Some days I was writing checks, praying it be clear. Okay. Praying that it would clear. I know about that life. I know about that life. All right. Been there, done that. That's why I'm here to help you so you don't have to continue that lifestyle. All right. My community members know that I will tell their business. I don't always tell their identity. So let me tell you that what happens over in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle, some of the success stories. One young lady, her father passed away and left her the family home. She had to file bankruptcy to save it. They gave her a 5-year debt payoff plan. That was nothing but a challenge to me as her coach. Oh, baby, they don't know me like that. And in 15 months, $72,000 worth of debt paid off. Yeah, we did that. We had a lot of components that went into that. We had a lot of um, sacrifices, a lot of things that she stopped doing because she had a goal. And when that last payment was made, she was screaming, and I was screaming with her like it was my last payment. Well, because in essence, it was. That's how close we get. Okay, that's how close we get in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle when it comes to what they are trying to accomplish. And so now she's on to her next adventure of increasing her portfolio for her savings, her investment portfolio. And we got a plan over there. Okay. I have another member who say when we talked about financial trauma, she was like, no, I don't have any trauma. I grew up well. Then, okay. And then, all right. So why are we hoarding? Hmm? I don't hold you. I'm sorry. Let's look at these bank statements and what do we see? Ooh, a whole lot of stuff that's going out there shouldn't be. I'm not gonna put my rap career in place because I think they need me over here more. But it was the truth. Okay, it was the truth. And so after we tapped into some of the things that we had experienced, she only remembered on a regular basis the good part of her childhood. She had mentally blocked out. Mom and dad went through a divorce. And during that divorce, mom struggled. And that is where the financial trauma came from. And now we have a sense of, I need to buy, because I don't ever want to be without. She said, no therapist has tapped into that. I said, well, reroute them copays over here, ma'am. Reroute them copays. Because we are doing some therapeutic teaching over here, right? But once that mindset shift occurred, when we broke into what was the problem, now we can fix the problem and we have a solution with a different outcome. Your mindset is the foundation to you accomplishing your goals. Okay. So we have spent the first part of tonight's show learning something. Okay. Learning the value of a positive mindset, learning what mindset is and what it means, and how it is the guidance to you accomplishing your goals. And so I want to share something with you guys. Either Stephanie said, preach, yeah, hunty, because she know I will. I will get on that soapbox. I will go ahead and do just like this and pull out the church fan. Yes, I shall. Yes, I shall. Pull out the church fan and have a whole sermon over here on mindset, because it is the most important thing when it comes to what it is we're trying to accomplish. So I want to share one of the adventures that Wealthy Women Lifestyle is on. You will find this on my Facebook page, where you will see that I am inviting you guys to join me at the Comeback Champion um, virtual summit. I will be speaking on a platform about empower your wealth, cultivate your mindset for abundance. It is such an important topic to me. And when I was selected to or asked to participate in the Comeback Champion Summit, I wanted to talk about ways to impact our wealth. And in order to impact and empower our wealth, we have to start with a mindset for abundance, right? We have to start with a mindset for abundance. And so I just want to invite you to the Comeback Champion Summit on my personal Facebook page. There is an actual link where you can, I have a link for you guys to actually come and participate. It is a free virtual summit that's happening at the end of this month. And I'm so excited to be a part of that. Okay, so now we're going to spend the latter part of this, and we're going to actually be doing something. Okay. And the first thing that I want you to do in looking at how to cultivate your mindset for abundance is I want you to get in the habit of using positive affirmations. Using positive affirmations. Okay. One thing that I know, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. One thing that I know is that sometimes problems hit us at a time where we can't call that good friend. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. They may not answer. Or we call them and they don't. They don't answer. Okay. They don't answer. And so I'm laying here. So there was a time, and I'm going to be brief about it because I can talk about it, but I don't want to stay there. Okay. But there was a time that it was such a dark period. Okay. It was such a dark period. And as much as my loved ones, my friends, my accountability partners were like, girl, you can call me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, they may or may not hear that phone ring. They may not hear that phone ring. And I know God is always listening, always. And sometimes I need something. I need to hear something. So I lay still, but hey, Karen, no, hey, I hear it. I want to go and put my hands on something. I want to go to a time where I remember what it felt like to be happy. And so on a daily basis, I have these index cards. They're different sizes, depending on how much I want to put on the index card. I've got the small ones, I've got the 4x6, I've got the 3x5, and I put them into a gratitude jar. And today I am grateful for, and I put the date on it and the time. Because there may be times that I put 2 or 3 cards inside of that gratitude jar. Okay. And when I put things in that gratitude jar, sometimes I'll say, okay, I'm just going to put one thing on here and it'll be 4 or 5 different cards for the day. Okay. Well, let me just grab one big one because at this moment, my heart is so full and I'm thankful for this and this and this and this and this. And then there's some days when I'm going to flip it over. There's some days when my pastor gives a Faith Friday word that I need to not only write down what she said, I need to write down the scripture references so that in the middle of the night, when I can go to that card or a card and pull out when I felt so much better than what I'm feeling in this moment and remind myself that no matter what's happening around me or what's happening to me, it doesn't define who I am. I want you to take that to heart. Your circumstances do not define who you are. They do not determine where you're going. They do not do any of those things. I want you to always have an outlet for positive income, for positive affirmations, to ensure that you have something that reminds you of how great you are. Okay. So over in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle community, something that they have to do is when we start off any session, they have to remind themselves that they are a masterpiece. They come in, all right, what we do, what we do, what we do. I am a masterpiece. And some of you might be wondering why a masterpiece? Because listen, a masterpiece is not perfect. It has cracks, it has crevices, it has defects, it has imperfections, yet and still, it's a masterpiece. And no matter what life has taken you through, no matter what, you are still a masterpiece. And as women, we don't hear it often enough. Karen may not have heard that before she came in here today. Stephanie may not have heard that, but their assignment is anytime you walk past the mirror, hey girl, you a masterpiece. You take out your phone and check your makeup, hey masterpiece. You taking a selfie, masterpiece. It's 2 o'clock and lunch is over and it's time to go back. Come on, masterpiece. It's time to get back to work. You wake up in the morning. Good morning, masterpiece. How you doing? Oh, girl, I'm fine. How are you? That's right. That's right. Encourage yourself. That is a must because we don't hear it often enough. Hey, girl, hey. I post a video inside of our community because when they can't say it to themselves, they got a video where I'm telling them, when is the last time you called yourself a masterpiece? When is the last time you heard somebody say, you are a masterpiece? Well, let me be the first one, the last one, the next one, the only one, the everyone, the one to tell you that you are a masterpiece. And I don't want you to ever forget it because kind words mean a lot. So that gratitude jar for those days when I am feeling all out of place, all out of whack, I go tap into that jar and remind myself, girl, you a badass. Oh yeah, you bad. You bad. And ain't nobody else got to tell me. I made a post today on my personal page that I have been my greatest challenge. There are other women who follow me that do business services, financial services. I follow other women who do the same. I follow other men who do the same, and they are great and wonderful. And guess what? So am I. So am I. There's no competition. I can learn something from them. They can learn something from me. There's no competition. And I recognize that I'm my greatest competition. I'd be like, girl, what you doing today? Better than what we did yesterday, girl. Let's get it. So I want you to practice affirmation, positive affirmations on a regular basis. I also want to help you join the Wealthy Women Lifestyle community on Facebook because there is so much community support there. I encourage them that you have, when I tell you, so Karen, Stephanie, you got 24 hours in a day. Okay, what? No, let's break this down even a more detailed level. We have 1,440 minutes in a day. Take 60 minutes a day, twice a week, to educate yourself on a financial tip. Educate yourself on a financial tip. You got 1,000 plus. You can't take 60 for yourself? Aren't you worth that? All masterpieces are. You are worth it. And you'd be surprised at when you consistently do that, the change that you will experience in your knowledge, your wisdom, but most importantly, your confidence. When you feel like and you are confident that you have learned this technique, whatever it is, this is whether you are learning a code, whether you're learning a new division, whether you're learning a new topic, whatever it is, when you got confidence that you could do it, oh baby, we stick our chest out, don't we? Oh, I did that. Yes, you did. And I need you to keep doing it. I need you to keep doing it. A positive mindset will take you so much further in the world. I promise you, it will take you so much further. It will get you so much further down the road. And I encourage them on a regular basis on how to not only one, understand how their mindset works, but also how to shift their mindset. Okay, we work a lot on shifting the mindset. I call them out. Oh yes, there's Stephanie, don't I call you out? Karen, they'll tell you I call them out. That we get full knockdown flesh deep in that thing because if I don't, who will? If they knew how, they would have done it. So it's no judgment about needing to be called out. No, 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 no. Don't get me wrong. There ain't no judgment there. Because you know what they do? They call me out too. It worked both ways. But Nicole, no, 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 no. I'd be like, okay, well, I take that one because I'm not above them. I'm walking alongside them. I walk alongside them. And the things that I learn, if I know it, they get it too. That's what community is about. That is what community is about. And so I want to encourage you to come on over to the Wealthy Women Lifestyle Group and get you what you're missing. Get you what you're missing. I really want you to be able to say where you're struggling and not worry about feeling judged. So let me tell you just a little bit of why that man said I would never be a homeowner. Okay. And people are like, oh, I can't believe you told this. Yeah, not only did I tell it, I wrote 3 books about it. See, I had filed bankruptcy twice. Yep. At the time I went to that seminar, my credit score was so low, it was looking up at the credit score system. Talking about some, how can I get up there? How can I get up there? That's what it was doing. Because when you know better, you're supposed to be able to do better. The problem is that I had not been taught better. I got a relief the first time. I repeated the habit. I got divorced and repeated the habit. Okay. But guess what? That one sentence that he made, that statement he made, and not even just the statement, the look of disgust on his face. Like I had the audacity to want to become a homeowner as if I didn't deserve. I could have absorbed that into my mindset, but he ain't know me. Ooh, child, he ain't know me. He ain't know me. But I knew me. And the one thing I have never done, and the one thing I don't let my community members do is give up on themselves. Okay? Now, I tell them all the time, I will run with you, I will walk with you, I will get in that car and drive with you to your destination, but I will not carry you to your destiny. If you give up, you need to slow down, you need to stop. I'm going to let you sit right there. And then when you're ready, I'll come back, I'll pick you up, and then we'll continue on the journey. But if you need the accountability, oh, they gets that. Baby, show him the keys. He was lucky I ain't throw them at him. If I had had an extra couple of pairs, I probably would have tossed them at him. But yes, ma'am. I went to the same session that he was hosting, and I sat patiently in that audience till it was Q&A time, and I walked right up here. Do you remember me? Do you remember what you told me? You told me I would never. Yeah, well, ma'am, do you want to try again? These keys right here. This is to my front door. This is my garage door opener. This is to my house. And not just my house. Because now I want to be petty Betty. Oh, yeah, no, and I don't have my cup of breaking news. I got petty with them. I did. Okay. Uh, Not just the house. The biggest house on the cul-de-sac. With less than $2,000 in out-of-pocket expenses. Here is a copy of the closing statement that I had to take. The money that I had to take was $602 and some change. And down here, in case you can't see, that says a 2.25% interest rate. So be careful how you say things to people. Everybody's not going to be motivated by your negativity, but I appreciate what you said to me. Them people that was standing around was like, whoa. Cul-de-sac. Yes, I sat my house. This was the cul-de-sac. I sat right here in the middle. Had the biggest lot, the biggest yard. Little old black girl from the projects on the west side of Chicago. How'd she do that? Don't tell me what God's favor can't do. Okay. All right. Inside of that favor was a mindset shift that took me all the way to the goal that was written on my vision board. So I am very much a person who visualizes what the end goal is and then creates a strategic roadmap to get there. Okay. All right. So after we do positive affirmations, I want to talk to you real briefly about setting your goals. Setting your goals. The format going forward in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle sessions where we're going to teach something so that you learn something and then you do something. I want you to learn something and then do something. Okay. So when you get to set a goal, okay, you've heard of SMART goals. All right. You guys know what SMART goals are? Anybody know what SMART goals are? You know what those are? I always have to write it down. Don't mind me. SMART goals. All right. We want them to be specific. Okay. Specific. Right. Stephanie will tell me, well, I want to pay off some debt. I'll be like, good, don't try me today. I love you, but don't try me today. How much debt we paying off? How much debt we paying off? All right. And not just how much debt we paying off, which card, what's debt. Okay. Come on, Steph. See, go on, Stephanie. Go on. Tell them shit. Tell the people. Okay. It's so urgent that she noticed that the ambulance is running by. The ambulance is running by. All right. We have to be specific. I want to pay off $5,000 worth of debt. All right. They got to be measurable. How much? How much? this card, this bill, my truck. Okay. Don't set goals that are not attainable. Okay. If you've never saved $1,000 over the course of a year, don't set a plan to save $1,000 in a month. Okay. Don't plan to do $1,000 in a month when you ain't done it in a year. Okay. Realistic, yes. And then they have to be time bound. I have a coworker who used to tell me, Cole, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds by Friday. It's Monday, baby. How you gonna lose 100 pounds by Friday? I didn't say which Friday. I said, girl, if you don't get away from me. My goal was a few years ago at the height of the pandemic in 2020. I had a $6,500 balance left on my truck, and they had it stretched out overall. I think I had another 15 to 18 months. No, I gave myself to 6 months and had a specific amount that I was going to pay on top of the regular note. June 30th of that year was the last payment. Time bound, realistic. Okay. So when you are setting your goals, set yourself up for success and not failure. Set yourself up for success and not failure. If you are not a person who is used to saving, then don't look to try to set too high of a goal. What I tell them is start small. Okay. For example, on Fridays, they are instructed to dump their change. Okay. So that remember that $20 bill I talked about, where you break that $20 bill and you don't always know where the change went. Okay. So at the end of the day, you dump that change into a jar. Or at the end of the week, because ladies, we know that it's in the pocketbook, it's at the bottom of the purse. Go on and dump that purse and put all that change in a jar. We have had people who have saved thousands of dollars over the years with that habit alone, because the goal is to create the behavior. And when you do that, when you create the behavior, when the money situation changes, when the income situation changes, you're already in the habit of making a deposit. Now you just got to increase the amount that you put in there. And you would be surprised. I have a young lady who has done that for years. And 2 years ago, when I asked her how much she had saved, she was doing it so regularly that quarterly she takes the change and she dumps it with her bank. She had an account worth over $7,000 because it had become a family thing. Over $7,000, and the money was designed to do to pay for her daughter's college. Mind you, her baby wasn't even 10. I still don't think the little girl is 10. Okay. I still don't think she's 10. All right. So when you have the motivation, the why, it will keep you going to achieve the goal. So Karen says, I'm going to pay off my home, God willing, by August 1st, 2036. Started her mortgage in 2021. Once she starts her Social Security payments, it's on and popping. I've already been paying extra toward my principal. And so Karen, as one of my community members, I know she knows that date because she's used a amortization calculator. She's used an amortization calculator to predict when we go to finish the payoff, right? And if she adds anything extra, not only the payoff, but how much she's going to save. And that is what I love about calculations like that, because it's going to tell me how much money I have saved by how much money I can save by paying this debt off early. So they know I am big on using tools that keep them focused. Tools that keep them focused. Okay. So those are a part saving over 90,000. Karen, come on now. You making your coach proud, girl. You making me proud. These be real mommy moments for me, right? When she can turn around and tell you she already knows that as this pay schedule is, you got a 30-year mortgage. You're actually paying it off in 15, 16 years. She knows how much money she's going to save. She knows when the last payment is going to be made. She knows how much. She said $90,000, y'all. 90 grand. Somebody paid 90 grand for a house. Somebody paying $90,000 worth of interest. Okay. That sure do something. That is the kind of direction that they get in the wealthy women lifestyle. These are the ways that we are changing lives for the community. I am in a position to be for my community what I needed when I was sitting in their spot, when I was experiencing the challenges that they're going through right now. And nobody was there for me. And so it is my passion to ensure that they have someone there for them. Okay. Starting with the end in mind. That is how we do our vision boards. What's the end game? What's the target? Now create the strategic roadmap to get there. I invite you to join the Healthy Women Lifestyle community because some of you, many of you, are looking for that exact same community support. Okay. And you're looking for that exact same community support. So you're do something. Create your gratitude jar. Create your gratitude jar. Okay. Set smart goals. Set smart goals. But most importantly, determine why you want to do something. Why do you want to do it? Sometimes your why will be attached to other people. But as life changes, eventually your why is going to be only about you. And that is okay. That is okay. But it has to be so strong and so personal that nothing and no one will get in the way of you accomplishing the goal. Okay. Okay. Karen says, I'm doing this because I want to build a home from the ground up and not have a mortgage payment. Just the insurance. Okay. Stretch goals. Start with your why. I am so excited to be back on our Monday, Thursday schedule for the Wealthy Women Lifestyle podcast. And I'm excited that we are back on Cityscape Radio, Brownstone Living Worldwide. I am excited to be a part of the Founders Circle here with our very own Paulette. Um, thank her for the opportunity to have this space where people can come and get their learn how to educate themselves in the topic of not just finances, right? Because this isn't just about how to build a budget. And, that's important. That is critical to your success, but it's not just about that because money involves our mindset. And as we are emotional creatures, we have to learn how to get those emotions in check. Stop with our emotional spending. We got to learn how to get those things in check. We have to know that we are the thing that decides whether our goals win or whether our goals lose. It is definitely up to us. So, again, I am the Nicole Johnson, founder of Wealthy Women Lifestyle, where I teach women to define and achieve their goal of financial freedom so that they can begin to live life on their own terms. I am always thrilled to be here with you guys. I hope that you got a lot out of tonight's session, and I look forward to being back with you on Thursday. Look for the announcement of the topic. But I look forward to being here with you guys. And as always, girl, emotional spending will hoocha. As always, I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will see you around Facebook. Have a good night. See you next